Is it a problem with my manuscript or is it the genre that I'm writing in? Hi, my name is Angie and I'm currently querying a YA thriller mystery manuscript. This is going to be another chit chat vlog about my writing journey, my query journey, and specifically genre and where my manuscript may fit in. So I've sent a total of 34 queries. I've been querying for about 6 months, not consistently. I haven't sent one in kind of a while now, actually. I'm kind of at the point where I need to revise my query, potentially even shift my comp titles before I send any more. But I do plan to send some more soon. Here's the thing that kind of threw me off in my querying journey. The first query that I ever sent actually led to a full request, and this gave me sort of a false sense of confidence. Like I was just sending the same query left and right, getting lots of rejections, but still having kind of that bit of confidence because I had that full request first. And I actually did get another request, which was a partial request, but the rest were all rejections. And those 2 requests ended up being rejections. So now I'm sitting at all rejections. Now I have 6 outstanding queries. So 6 chances left, I guess. I need to check and see if any of those have gone stale. So I need to start building a little list of who else I'm gonna send queries to, but here's the problem. So I said I write YA thriller, right? I have Query Tracker pulled up right here. I'm going to search by genre and I'm going to select young adult thriller, just young adult thriller. Hiding the agents that are closed currently, so this is only open agents. We only have 22 agents that take that genre, and I've already queried a number of them. So yeah, 22 agents is not a lot to pick from because you have to go through and like maybe some of them don't even fit their wish list or whatever, just like does not align with what you've written. Some people say you don't really need to pay attention to the manuscript wish list. You just need to pay attention to like the stats just for fun. Okay, example. So remember that was 22 agents. Let's just randomly check like adult fantasy just to see how many agents are open. Okay, so that's 194 agents that are currently accepting queries for adult fantasy. So as you can see, that's a difference. What I've actually been doing for my current manuscript is I've been filtering by young adult thriller and young adult mystery because mine is a mystery thriller, I guess, and I feel like that gives me more options of agents to query. So when I put both of those together, I have 79 agents that are currently open to queries. That's still not like a ton, but it's definitely more than 22. And I've already queried a lot of these, but I do still have options. It's a little bit of a difficult one because sometimes you don't know exactly where your book fits. I think that mine is really a thriller because when I hear mystery, it gives more investigation vibes to me. Like if you think Good Girl's Guide, books like that, where the main character is the one like investigating a mystery and trying to find answers. Mine is a murder mystery. Like it does have that death that needs to be solved, that does need answers, but it's not really written as like an investigation type thing. I feel like it's more along the lines of thriller, but I do query agents who don't have thriller listed and they only have YA mystery listed because my book is kind of both. Also, I am aware that Query Tracker is not the end-all be-all list of agents out there. People say Publishers Marketplace, which is not free, but might be worth a subscription. Let's talk about YA in general for a second. YA is not dead. YA books are still being published. There are still agents taking on YA manuscripts. At a certain point, there became kind of 2 types of YA. It sort of went in 2 different directions. Like YA that is actually meant for teens, like 13 to 18, main age group of readers. And then there's YA that's kind of meant for older teens and is realistically read mostly by adults. An example from like the thriller type genre, which is what I mainly read is like, if you think of like Sadie by Courtney Summers, main character is 19. Most readers of that book probably are older teens or adults. Same with like all of Courtney Summers that I can think of off the top of my head. And that has always kind of been the type of YA that I've personally enjoyed, that I write in. You can really tell the difference when you pick up a YA and the writing style is just, you can just tell that it's like actually meant for kids. And you're like, wait a second, like, don't know if I should have picked this one up. I feel like there should be a split there. I think that's why the genre new adult has kind of been trying to make its way into publishing, though I'm not sure if that's related. I think new adult is kind of about like characters in their early 20s, I think. Now, just because you write about teenagers, like your main characters are teenagers, that doesn't mean your manuscript has to be a YA. Like, you can write an adult book with characters that are teenagers. I recently read Penance by Eliza Clark. I absolutely loved it. It was like probably my favorite book I've read this whole year. Definitely adult book because it's like a fake true crime book, basically. It's obviously a fictional book by Eliza Clark, but it's like by a fake author who's like writing a nonfiction true crime book about teenagers and the crime that happened in their world. This is not a book review. I will not get too much into that. But fantastic book, but clearly like not a book meant for teenagers to actually read, you know? And there are other ways to write about teenagers, even if your book is not meant to be read by teenagers. Like, it just has to do with themes and the way it's written. And oftentimes if you write about adults looking back on the events that occurred when they were teenagers, that also makes it an adult book. And sometimes I wonder, with this manuscript that I wrote, should I try to age it up and make it an adult book? I think it's probably too late in the writing process for me to do that. There are already a ton of time jumps in my manuscript. It's like a multi-timeline story. An adult perspective looking back would definitely be too much. And overall, I feel like it does fit in well with a kind of upper YA subgenre, I guess. I kind of want to keep it there, even though I'm not sure if it's going to have any success. Another problem that I personally have run into, this is like maybe just a me problem. I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but I do want to write adult books at some point. Like the manuscript that I am currently working on, not the one that I'm querying, just the one that I am drafting, is an adult. And because of that, I do have to kind of narrow down the agents I query even further, because some agents out there only represent YA. And why would I seek out signing with an agent that only represents YA if I am working on an adult manuscript? Because agents are supposed to be there for you for your whole career, potentially. They don't just represent one book and then leave. I do actually have to filter out those agents that only represent YA. I specifically need someone who represents YA and adult. So that narrows my search even further. Every day I do kind of feel closer to shelving this manuscript, which I really don't want to. I have a lot of faith in it. I genuinely think it's good. It was just so fun to write, and because of that, I feel like it's probably fun to read. I don't know though, like it's hard to read your own manuscript as a fresh reader, because you're not a fresh reader. But I'm certainly not giving up on this manuscript. I am going to revise my query, as I said earlier in the video, and I am going to keep querying this project. And if it doesn't work out, I'm just gonna kind of put it aside. Maybe YA thriller is gonna have a huge resurgence sometime, and I can hop on that train and query it when the time is right. Or maybe, I don't know, I really want something to happen with this book, but who knows? It's hard when you have to think about things other than just writing your story. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to think about where it fits in the market, and you have to kind of know these things, and that's tough. Like, I don't want that to be part of my job as a writer. I just want to write, you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, you do really have to kind of have somewhat of a strategy. You have to like be good at pitching your book, and you have to know where your book fits in. So yeah, if you're actively querying, let me know down below about your project. I would love to connect with you guys. Thanks for watching. Leave me a little heart emoji if you want to down below to let me know that you watched the whole video. Subscribe for more of my writing journey, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.